warden is calling! Are you really going to save Nostria, as they say?
Huh. That's an interesting opener. What are you driving at?
You can discuss it with Warden Valber. Come out of that cell, I'll escort you.
Well, if the warden himself is asking, how can a simple countess refuse?
Let's go. You know the warden doesn't like to be kept waiting. The sooner you get to his office, the sooner you'll learn everything. I can tell you this much. It's good news for you. Were you bored sitting in prison? I think you'll have fond memories of this time in future. During your 6 months inside,
I served time
quite
under
a lot has
Vitellius and
happened.
Claudius.
Rumor has it the king is dying, and that Montier and the prince can't agree on how to divide power. I sense that we'll be seeing a fresh batch
Definitely your
of
last
prisoners soon.
time. Nobody leaves Crucis.
Hear what Decim said? The dwarves refused to supply us with firewood. They ran off to who knows where.
Where did they run? There's nothing but snow and hungry wolves for miles. The Batil gates guard the wall.
Your belongings are in yonder chest. Take everything or you'll freeze to death. The prison's warmer than outside, slightly. Pestilence has struck Montpetrie. The quarantine is everywhere. You're a free individual now.
Bastion!
Larry, you blockhead. Didn't you hear? A messenger arrived today, all the way from Marcella.
I just came up to...
Then you should know that he brought an order of release from the prince himself.
Well. No need to shoot.
Disturbing news, Sir Warden.
So much fuss and all for what? Who the hell do you think you are, making me wreak havoc in my prison?
I'm Katherine, Countess of Rigor, in case you've forgotten.
Well. I heard a little more than that. As Flavius the Wisecracker eloquently wrote, there's nothing new in this world. But I haven't received a letter like this in all 7 years of my tenure at Crucis. Prince Adrian orders that you be freed and sent to Marcella. Also, you won't be leaving here on foot. I was ordered to return your gold and belongings, provide you with a horse, and, let me read it aloud, allocate some of my own garrison as your personal guard. Madness!
As that same Flavius the Wisecracker of yours wrote, there is always a kernel of sense in madness.
Whether the prince is sane or not is of no consequence. I cannot disobey my liege. Bastion should have returned your money and belongings by now. If he didn't steal them himself. Quartermaster Aston will supply you with weapons. As for gold, you have plenty already. Go to Decim to collect your guards. He has a platoon of troublemakers he's wanted rid of for a long time now. He'll be glad to hand them over. I also advise you to purchase some dogs for the road. And what else did His Highness request? Ah yes, a horse. Levitt the stable boy has a soft spot for nags too old and worn down to work. I'm sure he can pick one out for you.
It looks like the local climate has changed your temperament for the worse.
Claudius's son actually turned out to have some mercy in his soul.
The Ulagi tribe. What do you need, human? A shovel, perhaps? Have you been sent to the stables, too?
Careful with your words, short one. I'm a countess. Don't you dare compare my royal self to a stable hand. Now give me a weapon and be quick about it.
Oh, sacred forefathers. Why would I ever do that?
Because I'm free again. Any more questions?
By Mactus's horns. This is the first time I've ever seen a human leave Crucis on their own 2 feet. If you got gold, treat yourself to something new. Go ahead. Easton didn't shortchange you on equipment. I warrant you'll survive the Albion Highlands. Go, human. May your body be as hard as flint, and your soul as clear as crystal.
Well, a dwarven poet.
Have the lumberjacks brought us our firewood?
No,
Halt! What are you doing here? You're not permitted to be wandering about like a stray cat.
I'm no longer a prisoner, Decim. You're to give me a suitable number of soldiers as escort to Marcella.
So, Centurion, it's true. The warden received a missive from the prince ordering the provision of a guard troop for the prisoner. Former prisoner.
Huh? Never heard of a prisoner being released. Ah, well, I believe I have some laggards and troublemakers I can spare.
Can I go too? Oh, how I miss the sunny warmth of the capital.
No, Bastian, you're not rotten enough to let go. I can still make a decent guard out of you.
I heard your worthless conscripts are accompanied by mangy fighting dogs.
The only thing you'll be getting for free is a family of bedbugs. I spent a year training those hounds. Now, if we're talking about an exchange of gold for flesh, that's another bowl of kibble entirely. You'll get the best dogs in Nostria.
Sounds too good to be true. Are they really worth the price?
These recruits might not be the brightest candles at the feast, but my fighting dogs are as fierce as the warden himself. You won't regret a single gold piece spent on these animals.
For who? Ah, it's you. You're the one who poisoned that scoundrel Claudius. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
I wish it were me, but...
Don't be modest. You did a great thing here, and history will not forget you.
I think I've seen you somewhere, stable boy. Were you responsible for delivering horses to Rigern? Oh, by the way, what I really need right now is a horse.
All you're asking is a horse? Just a horse? Have no worry. You'll get our best. Saddle up quickly. You've probably forgotten how to ride after half a year in a cell.
You can go now. Actually, wait.
What now?
I wanted to warn you about sentry golems. Be wary of them once you're past New Tyrene.
Tell me more about the golems.
The mage Rossum took them to clear a landslide. What they lack in brain, they make up in brawn. Since they don't know you've been released, they're liable to crush you. As you pass the southern ruins, Find the Archer's squad commander, Ansel. The royal messenger said the squad will join you and augment your escort. I'm hoping that by the time you get there, they'll catch the marauder who's been raiding abandoned houses. Wonder why old Berengarius didn't turn him into a chicken.
Who's this Berengarius? Another escort?
That's up to his magicness. I have no authority over him. Perhaps he'll decide to leave these cold, inhospitable lands for the warmth of the Mage's Tower.
Come on, mount up. I picked out the very bestest.
Why should Claudius's death bring you such joy, lad?
Me? I simply despise tyrants. I hate living under a brutal regime. As for me, I've always preferred other methods of control. But what am I prattling about? I am naught but a simple stable boy. I mean, I never tyrannized horses by teaching to trot or canter. I used other methods of control. On horses. Yes, that's right.
Carry on about your business.
Can it possibly be getting colder? I envy you. You'll be your own master. No commander breathing down your neck, no rules. Sing when you want, sleep when you want, play the flute when you want. And that Marcellan heat. I've forgotten what real heat is like. Not the feeble warmth of a campfire or hearth.
Not surprising that people want to leave the Highlands. The climate here is worse than in Rigurn. read about this statue. I need to find its hands.
Hey, you! Come over here. Are you from Crucis? Hurry up, get over here. There's trouble. Help!
Who are you?
Are you from Crucis? Quickly, come with us. Run.
I'm not running anywhere. Explain yourself.
I'm a lumberjack. We're nothing but dwarven woodcutters, honest. We cut down trees and send the lumber onto Crucis. The humans have all left the valley. Only us and a few locals remain. Stein is our chief. So then this Lupin, a man from Riggin, arrives at our village. He was stirring up trouble, trying to recruit the remaining human hunters to join him in his wicked deeds. Then Lupin's men seized the village. They captured Stein and are trying to start a fight with the dwarves. Things could easily turn bloody. We took them in purely out of kindness, and this is how they repay us. Disgusting! Help us! Quick, run!
You don't make the rules around here, Lupin.
What goes around the forest comes around the forest. Right through the...
Hey! Lupin, look! One of the Crucian prisoners, another victim of Claudius and Valbert.
You're just in time. We need another strong arm right about now.
What makes you think I'll help you?
You're human. This concerns you too. These jumped-up dwarfen lumberjacks have it too good. They're living like little lords on handouts from the fort, from that damned Valbert. We local hunters, on the other hand, are being oppressed. Only I, Lupin, can grant any hope of justice.
Don't you remember how they treat prisoners? I worked for Valbert myself until I escaped. You'd turn blue if you'd seen what I'd seen. Most of them are rotting alive in there. Not because they're bandits or murderers, mind. Just because they dared say something about the drunkard king. It's not humane.
Ah, so you're on the side of justice. What's your plan?
We've decided to seize Crucis.
We're going to starve the fort by cutting off their access to food and fuel. When we triumph, we'll free all the prisoners.
But the dwarfs are against us, so we need to force their hand. Then it will be Valbert's turn to answer for his misdeeds. If you're not going to help us, your other option is to spill our blood. Human blood.
The forest weeps not when grass is tread. Mankind alone grieves for the dead. A forest teems, here a hare, there an owl, and branches blow, the pines will return after all.
I had a couple of so-called poets like these back at court. Whatever happens, it always boils down to snow, skies, and white sails.
It's such a shame everything had to end up in a fight. The people of these lands have suffered enough already. I weep for the hunters.
Save it for someone who cares, old man. As we dwarves say, you can't shore up a tunnel without cutting down a few trees. Now that those troublemakers have been taken care of, our lives will surely get better. Maybe we'll find an ore vein and then start our own mine. Glorious. Thank you, noble human. I have nothing to repay your kindness, but my uncle lives nearby. He'll reward you handsomely. Please pay him a visit.
That's what I need. I need to put it back in place. The mage left his dummies without supervision. I should find him.
Who's this, then? Ah, it's my nephew Lester's human friend. You helped deal with those angry hunters. Thank you, human.
Thank you. Is that all I get?
Lester asked if I could pay you back somehow. Here, take this. It's not a lot, but it's honest money.
I'm sure I can think of something else. That's it.
You, prisoner! What are you doing here?
Prince Adrian set me free. I'm headed for Marcella.
Amazing. Was your assassination attempt on the king forgiven? I was certain the world would run out of mana, and gold be cheaper than clay before such a thing came to pass.
I didn't poison that idiot.
Maybe so, maybe so. Wondrous things are happening in Nostria. So what caused you to interrupt my meditation?
Your golems, Rossum, they're blocking my way. Kindly remove them.
Since you were summoned by Prince Adrian himself, so be it. But I hope you don't believe mages always work for free. Erblidi immobilatus! Soit Abel, Cor Abel, Dinger. What else do you want? The road is clear. I must go replenish my mana.
Is this Berengarius' magic? Somebody wants me to visit that abandoned village. Adrian must really want a meeting if he sent this many troops. He doesn't mean to let me get away.
Where do you suppose that marauder came from?
Only Ulagi. Halt! Who goes there? Ah, it's you. Finally. While you were wandering around like a lost chicken, we captured a marauder. No idea how he got here, to be frank, but that's Valba's problem. Our task is to escort you to the Batil gates and see you on your way.
Are you in that much of a hurry? You must be cold.
The Batil gates guard should have been here to meet us a few hours ago, but there's still no sign of them. We built a campfire though and heated up some stew, so I'm not complaining. Make yourself comfortable. Check out Helena's recruits. Once you're ready, give me the signal and we'll move out towards the Batil gates.
What are you doing?
Still not frozen solid, Archer. I'm ready.
Excellent. The march should hopefully warm us some. I'll lead the way.
Soldiers! Formation!
Look, some kind of disagreeable beast ahead. We must clear the road or we won't see Batil gates anytime soon.
Please don't kill me. It's not my fault, I tell you. It was her. I tried to end it all, but I didn't have the will. Have mercy.
Wait a second. You look familiar.
I am Fabian from Crucis. I was captured wandering about these dark ruins.
Ha! I recognize you now. You're that marauder who was looting the ruins of Bliss. Do you not fear the undead?
Not so fast, Ansel. First, I want to find out what he's so frightened of.
The witch Amarantha. She lives on the mountain. Her magic compels me to attack travelers, but she's also... She's so beautiful. Wait, I've said too much. I must go.
Marauder or not, leaving him be is dangerous. He's a bit strange, this one. Maybe you should follow him, see where he went. I'll go check what awaits us on the road. Let's meet at the Batil gates.
Run ahead then, Archer. I'll consider whether or not he's worth pursuing.